Hey YouTube, this is Johnny. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been following my TRP Operator Tactical Full Rail, I've done 3 videos. First one was a full review. The second was an issue that I had with this weapon, and my experience with customer service at Springfield Armory. And then this is a kind of a follow-up range report. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disassemble this weapon, and together we're going to see whether the issue that Springfield Armory addressed has been fixed or not. And so come off the range, what I did was I shot approximately 53 rounds of Winchester white box 230 grain, which is what I normally get to target practice. And so we're going to open her up right now. We're going to see what we got. And of course, anyone familiar with a full-length guide rod on a bull barrel, you know you're going to need this real expensive tool right here. I'm going to try and do this right here on camera. And so hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and disassemble this and right in front of your view. So let's take a look down here. You can see down here this little gray area where my thumb is. You know, that's the residue from the gunpowder there. And so just want to show you that I haven't cleaned this weapon or anything. This is coming straight from the range and sharing with you my findings. So first of all, we're going to make sure that our weapon is clear. Okay, we have a clear weapon there. Okay, no magazine. And let's go ahead and attempt to do our takedown. And of course, you know the process here. For those that are not familiar with this, there's a small hole in the guide rod, and I'm having to find that right now and stick this clip through there. Then we're gonna release our slide. Okay, and once we release the slide, we're gonna go ahead and take our slide stop out. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, and so what are we looking for? Number one, pull this barrel back, take our spring and guide rod assembly. We're going to take this out. Let's go ahead and make sure this is all the way back. Okay, and what we're going to look for is on this barrel to see if on the legs where the guide rod was coming back and hitting the legs that hold the link in place, if it's being marred or chewed up the way it was before. And let's take a look at this right here. Okay, alright, take our barrel link, pull it back. Alright, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. And what do you know, we got success, folks. No marks. That guide rod's not coming back and hitting it and marking the barrel legs anymore. So everything looks nice and clean and clear, just the way it was. Our barrel link is moving freely, not captive anymore. And so to follow up on what had happened was this guide rod was slapping back into the legs that hold the link in place, and then had caused 4 or 5 chew marks on the edge of this. And so what Springfield Armory did was they went ahead and they beveled this edge across here, so that this way, if this guide rod came back too far, the edge, this edge, but on the bottom side, wouldn't mark up the legs. Now, Leo, one of my buddies here, had asked the questions, you know, about the unconventional way that they went about doing this and the fix. And so I said to him that just from looking at some of the forums, and we were looking for a reason that why they went about doing it this way. And on one of the forums I had read where one of the guys had talked about that all your high-end 1911s, they come with this bevel on there already. The manufacturers, they just go ahead and put it into the guide rod. And so the thinking here is that this has happened before, and just from their experience they've just gone ahead and done that. And so we're wondering why Springfield Armory hasn't included this on their guide rods and just made this a part of their normal guide rod. You know, when they put them together, why don't they just go ahead and cut the bevel in that? And so when I sent it to them, it did not have that bevel, and this is what they did. They fixed the legs, they cleaned up the metal there, and reassembled it again, and then they went ahead and they put this bevel in there. And so as you guys can see clearly that the problem has been resolved. There are no marks there. Everything looks clean. And so I want to thank Springfield Armory for the way they handled my repair. They were first class and everything, and in 6 days they had my weapon back to me. It functioned flawlessly, had no problems, no failure to feeds or to eject, and as you guys can see, I haven't cleaned this barrel, so you see it's dirty just the way it came back from the range. And so I had about 52, 53 rounds through it successfully and no markings. Thanks for watching. Why don't you take a moment and subscribe. Thank you.